Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Sama. So in today's video I want to share with you guys this news that just came out that the marriage of the Ooni of Ife is over. His wife made the post on her Instagram account. For those that are going to say is a lie, is a this, is a that, you can go to her Instagram and check it. You can see exactly, it's actually this is her. You will see that I'm reading exactly from her Instagram account. So she posted it with this picture, and this is what she wrote. I'm going to read everything she wrote word for word. So it says, I bless the Lord Almighty for his faithfulness in the last 3 years of my marriage. In life's journey, it isn't how far, still how well. Indeed, though Satan should buffet if trials should come, I have this blessed assurance, controlling all situations and saying to me, it is well with my soul. Certainly it is well. I made my journey into the ancient throne of Ife with faith in my heart and love for the keeper of it. Few impressions I would love to correct. If anyone knows otherwise, they are free to come up with facts. Let it be known that this decision to move on did not come because His Majesty is married to another queen, as many would love to assume. Throughout our life as a couple, I was the only married wife to him. They were side attractions, but it was never an issue. I never approached him with any revelation of any sort. As many believed, he contacted me first and made his proposal known several months later. The marriage was not an arranged one, as many have misconstrued. I never knew the prophetess said to have introduced me to him. Instead, he introduced her to me after I agreed to marry him. I was only being polite out of respect for him. I have never been pregnant all my life before Tade Nikawo. My son is my first ever pregnancy, with medical reports to back it up. The girl who is said to be my daughter is my niece. I did my best to endure and make it work. Many times I smiled through the struggle, but I have finally realized I had just one assignment, my son. And when God is done, he is done. He chose Saul to be king, and when he was done, he told the prophet Samuel, I have moved on. Religion was never an issue between us. Please refer to my interview on News Central TV. Instead, His Majesty has a picture he would love the world to see and perceive him as, and another one which is his true self. So basically, she's saying that he's not who he's portraying himself to be. She's basically saying that the Ooni is pretending to be who he's not. That's what that says. Today, I announce the beginning of a new dawn and the close of a chapter. Today, I am a mother to God's unique gift. I am no longer a slave to my thoughts of perfection. I, at this moment, announce that I shall no longer be referred to as wife to the Ooni of Ife, as queen of Ile-Ife, but as the queen of people and mother of my adorable prince. To be continued. Okay. To be continued. So she has not even finished. That's not all. So there's going to be part 2, part 3. When it says to be continued, it means there's going to be part 2, part 3, part 4. It's going to keep going on. And then she's saying that he's not who he has an image he would like to put out to the world that is not his real self. But at the same time, when I read that, I remember she said she tried to smile through it all. You know, because if you watch all the posts that she makes and a lot of the things you see where she comes out and she's singing, when she's singing to her husband in public. If you see when this lady, a lot of you may have seen, she sings in a way that there's no man under this, under the sun, that a woman was, how his wife will sing to like that his head will not be, turning him like, he's in heaven. If you see some of those, so at the same time, he has an image, from what she's saying, he has an image he's trying to show the world, but he has another image, then from who he really is. At the same time, she said she tried to smile through the struggles. Is that not what she said? Something like that. At that time too, there was an image too she was trying to portray. One, I don't believe in laughing at somebody and be like, oh, it don't end now, whatever. And let's not forget, right? This girl, this is her first marriage, right? Her first marriage, her first divorce. And as far as we know, the Ooni himself, this will be, if I'm not mistaken, at least, if I'm not mistaken, this will be his third marriage, right? So before people think about ridiculing this girl because her marriage is over, or this lady because her marriage is over, remember that we don't know what happened. And I don't believe in assuming or whatever. We don't know what it is. But I do not want to believe that anybody will just easily just walk away from a marriage. There's always a reason. People that are married, people that are single, don't forget, you don't know what's going to happen when you eventually marry. Or if you're single, you don't know what's going to happen when you eventually marry. You don't know what tomorrow holds for you. Or if you're married, you don't know the next minute. I've seen people, there are people that have said, never, my marriage can never end. I will give it everything. It can never happen to me, blah, blah, blah. And then they might get married, and how many years down the road, they get divorced. I've seen couples divorcing after 20 years, 30 years. My neighbor of mine, that they got divorced after 27 years. It can happen to anybody. Nobody knows. Let me put it that way. It takes two for a marriage to work. I really want to speak to us women. I believe that we are our worst enemy. And that is the truth. People that will laugh at the woman the most for her marriage ending are women. And the hypocrisy, I want to speak on the area of hypocrisy. You will see some people will be like, I say, marriage is not do or die. If it does not work, you should not stay. Marriage is not this, marriage is not that. Right? Which is the truth. Right? Which is the truth. If don't go and die there. So people are there inside the violence, inside this one, inside that one. It's not worth it. But the same people, you'll find that the same people are the ones that will also laugh at a woman and say, do you have a husband? There's a lot of WhatsApp group, Facebook group, where women are coming together and telling women, don't stay there. It's not a do or die. It's everywhere. But at the same time, it is still women that will say to somebody, look at you, do you have a husband? I'm still in a husband house. Do you have a husband? So, is that no hypocrisy? How do we know why that person walked away from the marriage? What if it's the so-called things that we are preaching they should not stay inside? What if it's the same problems that people are advising women, don't stay inside, blah, blah, blah. You now see a woman that came out. You want to make fun of her because you don't know why she left. Are we then not the ones contributing to the reasons why some women stay there to their lives ending it? If we are, so what's it called? What's the word now? We are two-faced. As I know, we are. How do you say it now? Two-faced. We say this, we're saying that. We are preaching, don't stay there in the name of marriage. Don't stay there. And then we still laugh at the ones that walked out. What are we achieving? We are the ones that are making some women stay in it. Are we not part of the problem? Are we not part of the problem? My thing is this. I don't know why people walked away from. I don't know why she walked away from her marriage. But I will not be one of those that will come and stigmatize her. I will speak about the fact that if you see all her posts, how she used to praise her husband. And when I speak that, all I'm saying is for those that are looking at other people are using them as a gauge. You can't really tell what's happening in people's marriages. You can't really tell. Because I remember that as people used to say, this woman, oh my goodness, she's amazing. Their marriage is amazing. See the way she greets her husband. See the way she honors him. Why will women not learn? Women should learn from her. But see, upon all everything she did, the marriage is not last. The marriage is not last. I don't want this video to be too long, but I really want to emphasize, we women, men cannot oppress us without us. The mother-in-law that give you problem is a woman. The sister-in-law that will give you problem is the woman. A lot of these problems, now we women, they give ourselves problem. And most importantly, we are the ones telling women, don't stay and be suffering and be going through this in the name of marriage. It's not do or die. We are still the ones that will laugh at somebody and say, you don't get husband. We forget that the ones who have advised not to die inside, some of them have escaped. And then we are the ones laughing at them for listening to the advice we gave them. You see hypocrisy. We need to change as women. I really want to emphasize on that. I'm not coming here to support marriage breakup. I know what it is for marriages to break up. I grew up in a broken home, so I know. But I can tell you, I also understand why marriages can break up. The violence in my household when my parents broke up. I was sad that they broke up, but I was happy that my mother was gone and she was going to be safe, because I no longer have to worry about all the fights. So it was like this. You understand? At the end of the day, they went their separate ways. We had both of them alive, but not under the same roof. It's still better than if our mother had lost her life in the marriage. So it is, a marriage is not marriage is not small picking talk. It's not just whatever. There is so much involved. Your marriage is working. Hold it like this. Me, I don't even believe in social media marriage. That is my own. I've been saying it. Enjoy your marriage privately. Keep it like this. Nourish it. Look after it. Husband and wife, look after each other. Cherish what you have. You understand? At the same time, as we are coming out and preaching to women that don't stay there, no matter, don't stay there for the sake of staying. What happens to the women we have preached to, that have listened to our preaching? What happens to them? Let's not be the ones that are going to stigmatize them as well and make their lives miserable. That's all I want to say. That's all I want to say in this video. As always, whatever your opinions are, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And with that, I'm just going to say thank you for watching. Until the next time, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.